Having a gaming mouse that you can really trust is so important, and as an everyday user of Logitech G900, I was really intrigued to see how the brand new Gladius 2 wireless would actually stack up, and whether ASUS's flagship could indeed topple the champ. What we have here is pretty much the perfect tool for any gamer, and it's a really good gaming mouse. There's only a couple of little niggling points that really stop this from being the absolute best of the best. But let's start with the good though, and the most noteworthy has to be the build quality, as this thing oozes luxury from head to toe, with a premium feeling all throughout the plastic shell and really solid construction. The most pleasing feature for me would arguably be the grip design, with the iconic ROG tramlines carved into a thin rubber that stretches across both sides of the Gladius. It's quite a simple looking device, with an ergonomic shape that houses the basic buttons and nothing more. But for me personally, I have to say I am a little bit distraught that there is no sniper button here, as the Gladius 2 had one, and it's something I really would have liked to see carried over. After all, how many flagship wireless mice are there that actually have one of these? To my knowledge, not really any. So it would have been a great way for ASUS to market itself as something a little bit different. Parking the Gladius 2 wireless on my desk and making the switch definitely did take a couple of days, but I can safely say that I've now finally got used to it, and I've been churning in the hours with Apex Legends. It's a very comfortable mouse to use, and it works excellently in my hand, contouring around the palm and then leaving enough room for my fingers to rest elegantly. The main issue that I foresee here is all down to its weight, as at 130 grams, this will firmly be in the heavier camp for a lot of people. And while it's something I think I could happily adjust to, the G903 is noticeably lighter, and it could make sense for a lot of people. But if you can look past this weight, it's not an issue for you, or you actually prefer a slightly heavier mouse, then you're going to be pretty much over the moon with this thing's performance. As put simply, it is exemplary, and it's arguably best in class. The Pixar 3389 sensor inside the Gladius is actually very similar to Logitech's 3366, and it really does work wonders in those heated gaming scenarios when you need it the most. The trust you can put in this really can't be overstated, and the fluid, accurate response really does give you the confidence you need to sort of throw yourself into those tricky spots without fear of missing the target. It's just going to come down to player skill. So if you're like me, and you're lacking in that department, and you have silence tech laughing at your skills all of the time, that's probably not going to change, but at least you'll have the best tool for the job. This is of course all helped by the customization options that you'll find located within the Armory software, which allows you to adjust and calibrate mouse settings, and then tailor the button actions to your preferences. And of course, alter that sweet RGB lighting. The software is definitely a lot better than it used to be, but it's not really improved since I last used it, and the usability is just a bit lacking when you compare it to Corsair's iCUE. It's silly things that hold it back, such as locking the entire settings pane when you're syncing RGB lighting between devices. It is absolutely bizarre. In terms of battery life though, there's very little to complain about. Obviously this is not going to last years at a time, and if you have the RGB lighting on, yes, it's going to drain it pretty much twice as quick. But if you do what I do and just leave a cable sort of dangling out of your PC nearby, just plug it in every now and then when you're actually finished with your computer and you'll return to 100%. I think the amount of times since I've been using a wireless mouse and I've actually been sort of stuck gaming and that I've suddenly run into a problem where, oh no, my mouse has run out of battery, has maybe happened twice in, I don't know, like 400 or 500 hours of gameplay. It's just not really something I think you need to worry about. But rather oddly, there's no form of wireless charging baked into this, which is not only a little old hat, but ROG actually sell their own wireless Qi charging mouse mat. It's a little bit strange. Price will be the main factor here, as at £100, this doesn't really do anything better than the competition, it's maybe just a little bit different. Therefore, if wireless charging and a lower weight value are really important factors for you, then consider the Logitech G903, as you'll be getting both, and you'll probably love it just as much as the Gladius. But if you're already rocking a glowing ASUS motherboard and keyboard, and then you want that class-leading build quality and precise performance, then the Gladius 2 is worthy of your dollar and should definitely be considered. If you are interested in current pricing, I'll leave my Amazon affiliate links down in the description below as always, but I'd be really interested to hear your thoughts on the Gladius 2 wireless. Has this got a lot of stuff right? Are you into wireless mice? Would you prefer that they'd done something different? Maybe put that sniper button there? Is it too heavy? Let me know your thoughts, I'm always interested to hear from you, and obviously hit that like button if you've enjoyed this video as it helps out so much you wouldn't believe, and obviously get subscribed for more mice reviews just like this, other PC gaming stuff, and there's some Corsair new wireless mice that I've got in that should be reviewed in the next week or two, so stay tuned for those. But I really hope you've enjoyed this video as always. Massive thank you to ASUS ROG for sponsoring the channel as always, but as always this video was my own, and I'll see you in the next one.